What's going on, guys? Not So Average back at it with another video, and today we're going to be talking about why 2019 was peak for gaming. Man, I've just been feeling this way a lot lately. Just has been, I've been playing different games. Me and my boy Jay Trode, we played Blackout for a little bit. It was cool, but it just doesn't feel the same as when I feel like gaming peaked, which is when in 2019, and there's just a bunch of reasons for that, and we'll get into that during the video. But before we do any of that, I just want to give a big shout out to you guys, man. You guys went crazy on my last video. I think it's actually the most views I've ever gotten on a video, and I just really appreciate the love and support that you guys always show me. And I'm just here to try to connect with you guys and just have good conversations and just tell you my opinions and thoughts, whether it's a review, whether it's a video like this where I'm kind of just going over why I feel like gaming is in a lull. I'm just so thankful for the support, the love and support that you guys continue to show me, and I'm just going to continue to try to make good videos. I know that they may not be every single week or whatever, but I really do take my time with these videos. Like, this isn't just I'll post a video in a day. So yeah, it takes me some time to make these. A lot of thought, a lot of effort goes into these. So I just appreciate when you guys appreciate me. So I'm thankful for that. So moving along as we normally do, I'm going to move on to our daily Bible verse, and today's daily Bible verse is Matthew chapter 7 verse 8. For everyone who asks receives, the one who seeks finds, and to the one who knocks the door will be open. Just thinking about this verse, if you guys don't really understand what this means, it's very simple, actually. Like, ask and you shall receive. It may not be in your time frame. Like, the Lord's timing is always perfect and correct, and he's not late and he's not early. He's always right on time when it needs to happen. So I know sometimes people could pray, and a lot of people will pray and be like, oh Lord, like, this hasn't happened for me. Why hasn't anything happened? What's going on? And it's like, the Lord hears your prayers. You just need to be patient, right? In obedience, we truly grow as people, right? And that's one of the most important things to the Lord, right? Is just obedience. So being obedient you will reap benefits of that obedience, right? So don't hesitate to ask, because the Lord will bless you. But if it doesn't happen right away, don't get frustrated and mad. Be patient. Like, even for those who aren't religious, like, patience is always a virtue, right? Like, patience is important. We're always taught that. But where do you think that comes from? It doesn't just come from anywhere. It comes from God the Father, our creator. Obedience and patience means everything, but don't hesitate to ask. So switching gears and just moving back to the video, the reason why I'm even bringing this up is just because of all the hype that's surrounding Modern Warfare 2019 right now. It really got me thinking, like, did gaming actually peak in 2019? Because when I look back, that year feels like the last time we got true groundbreaking games. The kind of games that made you go, yeah, this is next gen. Like, games weren't just good, they felt revolutionary. And it wasn't just a one-off, it was multiple games. And believe it or not, this was the norm for a very long time. I'm just gonna leave this here and move on. But in 2009, we got Modern Warfare 2, Arkham Asylum, Uncharted 2, Left 4 Dead 2, Borderlands, Assassin's Creed 2. And that's not even it. We got Minecraft, Prototype, Infamous. Like, I could keep going on. And then fast forward 10 years to 2019, we had more bangers. I mean, we see a reoccurring theme here. We had Apex Legends, we had Modern Warfare, we had Jedi Fallen Order, we had Death Stranding, which, yeah, was a walking simulator, and no, I definitely didn't play it. And I know it's not for everybody, but look, Hideo created a completely new genre, so shout out to him. And honestly, that game did something completely different. We've never seen that before from a game, right? And then we had Nintendo's polish, right? We had Luigi's Mansion 3.
Let's go.
And then I'm even going to add in Resident Evil 2. And obviously, technically, it's a remake, but it was well executed, and I think it deserves to be in this conversation. When you really take a step back and look at it, 2019 wasn't just a good year. It might have been one of the most important and impactful years in modern gaming, because we were able to see what fully polished modern games could look like across completely different genres. It felt like developers had the freedom to take risks to actually create experiences that stood out from each other. Every major release had its own identity. Now compare that to today, where everything just feels like live service and AI slop. And yeah, we're starting to get a little bit of pushback. Games like Arc Raiders are at least trying to move in a different direction, and even upcoming titles like War Dogs, which I'm really excited for, look like they're aiming to break that pattern. But for the most part, I'm still sitting here wondering, when are these companies going to learn? because gaming might be the only industry where you could lose millions, sometimes hundreds of millions of dollars, and still double down on the same exact mistakes. At some point, you have to look at leadership. Like board members, maybe it's time to fire your CEO. Let's not wait 10 years for us to lose hundreds of millions of dollars. If the strategy isn't working, maybe it's time for a new direction at the top. Take a look at Battlefield 6, for example. I had high hopes for this, but instead of innovating, the mindset feels like, let's just copy what Call of Duty is doing, as if that formula isn't already showing cracks. Like, that franchise is literally a sinking ship. What these companies don't seem to understand is that longevity is where the real money is. Look at Fortnite, look at Counter-Strike. These are games that built long-term ecosystems, and they've generated insane sustained revenue over time. Counter-Strike alone has been around for decades, and it's still printing money. That's the difference. It's not about chasing trends, it's about creating them. It's about building something that lasts. Long-term ecosystems, that's really where the industry should be focused. Because when you build something that lasts, you don't need to constantly rely on bloated budgets and massive hiring waves just to stay afloat. The cycle isn't sustainable. You hire thousands of people to chase the next big thing, and when it doesn't hit, you're forced into layoffs. We've seen it happen over and over again. Just look at Valve. They run and own Steam, one of the biggest platforms in gaming with only around 350 to 400 employees. By the way, they make around the same amount of money as these huge companies. Now compare that to EA with over 13,000 employees, or Ubisoft pushing 20,000. It doesn't add up, but I do think there's a key difference here. Companies like EA, Ubisoft, and Activision are publicly traded. They're operating with shareholder expectations, quarterly earning pressure, and constant demands for growth. Valve, on the other hand, is private, and that changes everything. Because when you're playing with other people's money, the mindset shifts, and now you're chasing short-term returns. But when it's your own company, your own platform, your own long-term vision, the decisions tend to be a lot more calculated. You think long-term, you build for sustainability, and ironically, that's what you end up with. Yeah, man, let me know what you guys think in the comments below, man. Like, am I bugging? Am I telling the truth? Do you guys agree with me? Just let me know, man. One of the reasons why I even made this video is because I think about the gamer growing up right now in this gaming generation, right? Like the 10 to 17-year-old, I just feel bad for them, man. Like, they don't know what it is to have multiple good games at once within a year. They have a bunch of slop right now, right? They have the sports slop, which is FIFA, Madden, 2K, all that nonsense garbage that they're playing, right? And then they have freaking Roblox slop and Fortnite slop, and it's just, I feel bad, man. I feel bad. I remember being younger and just being like, oh, I don't know what I will spend my money on. Like, all these games look super good. We were getting blockbuster AAA games year after year, multiple games within a year, you know, redefining what it meant to be a game in that genre, and then, you know, pushing the boundaries for gaming in general. Like, nothing has pushed the boundaries so far. And yeah, man, I just feel bad for them. But let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. Leave a like if you want to, dislike if you want to, subscribe, don't subscribe. It's really up to you. I appreciate all the love and support. Love you guys, and Jesus loves you even more. Peace out.